Oh, whatever, that's fine. Oh yeah, so last time, like, things got really crazy. We escaped the gunfight by being rescued. We got rescued by that masked man who activated the Wi-Fi autism chip in our brain and turned us gay. And we got rescued by Laura Clinton Bush. I think that's her name. This lady, the mythical heiress. What is her name? Princess Sybil Clinton Bush. Yes, that's right. The Clinton Bush political dynasties have merged. They've become one, and she is heiress to the throne. Oh yeah, I got Manic Pixie Dream Girl. Reminds me of the Virgin June game. This is an outsider art game. It was made by one very mentally ill person. Almost entirely by them. Like, they did the whole game. They didn't voice every character. This game has a lot of voice acting, but this is like a one-person passion project, and it's very insane. It's a very interesting piece of sci-fi, like, in a cyberpunk way. It's so political and passionate. It feels like a Neil Breen movie. It feels like a Neil Breen movie, and it's like it's actually pretty good. So this is the good kind of mental illness. I remember someone in chat said that the creator is trans. I don't know if that means the creator is a trans, because the creator also voices the main character. The one who we're playing as. I forget what my name is. But it's a guy. I don't know if that means the creator is a trans man, or they were a man when they made this game and then transitioned into a woman and they're a trans woman now. Like, I don't really know the details beyond that. But yeah, this is like this game feels kind of like it's filtered through the paranoid fantasies of Alex Jones. But it's also, like, pretty progressive and very, like, anti-capitalist. It's interesting. The Stratoplex, the high city of 1%ers, rich, famous, wealthy, and royal. A network of floating skylands, interconnected by corporate jets. Being a low-born pleb, I've only gotten a day pass a few times to investigate the odd drug trafficking case. Hey, garlic bread. It's been super enjoyable. Yeah, I've been really liking it. The puzzles are a little bit annoying, but that's like every point-and-click adventure puzzle game. Damn it, Shark, stop being so goddamn thick. How's it going, garlic bread? But yeah, no, it's very well written. It's got very good world building, and like it's kind of funny how over the top everything is. When evidence trails started pointing to the lieutenant governor, a Clinton Bush being the narco kingpin, I was pulled off the case. Some low-town robo-smuggler was framed as the mastermind and paraded on the news, and I was threatened anonymously with being disappeared if I ever spoke any of it. Oh yeah, I forgot to do the voice for the protagonist. Oh yeah, this is how Black Child... Oh yeah, so this is like our child sidekick slash protege, who is called Proto-J. He has the face of Edward Furlong, but is apparently black, because he says the N-word non-stop. My new involuntarily acquired partner, Proto-J. The hater of my hater is my dog, I guess. I guess he's not the arch nemesis we thought. Since he sort of saved our asses at the arcade. He still creeps me out, though. I'd call him in as a lifeline in a firefight, but I wouldn't want him as a bodyguard or invite him to my kid's birthday party. The beautiful Princess Sybil Clinton Bush. Princess Sybil Clinton Bush. That dress looks like it's embellished with some top-shelf nanotech or even quantech. Besides blowing away fashionistas on the runway, it's probably impervious to everything from railguns to nanite plague attacks. It probably cost her father 1,000 of my lifetime net worths, but anything to defend his precious princess. It screams transplanetary conglomerate royalty, but the hair and face says manic pixie emo. Oh, wait, it's clipping over. My bad. Hold on, let me fix that. Manic pixie emo princess. The trust fund daddy's girl trying to rebel against the overbearing, overprotective, and never-present king. Wait, does that mean Bill Clinton is the king of America? Cyborg Bill Clinton is the king of America now? Okay.
So, what do you think of our new mysterious benefactress?
Oh, dog. She the flyest, bangingest Ben Afflectress I's ever spied with my own motherfucking megapixels, dog. What you think? She out of my league? I might go interspecies to get with this shorty.
Damn, Edward Furlong's a freak.
She is not just out of your league, she is out of your planet. She is in a galaxy far, far away, my Mac Daddy friend.
Well, we gotta take this job, just to keep options open. You know what I'm saying, nigga?
I don't know what you're saying, nigga, but we do gotta take this
Hey!
job.
Edward Furlong can say that, not you. He's black for some reason that I still haven't really figured out.
What do you think our next move should be?
I got no clue, dog. Maybe ask the princess?
Kill her? Have you reached a new level of crazy?
No, dog. Ask her what to do next.
Let me ask you a question.
Right.
I love that joke in Futurama.
So,
Oh, wait, that was just the dialogue from before. Alright, let's talk to Princess Clinton Bush. But yeah, what's my name again? Oh, whatever, it'll come up. Let's talk to her.
So, who exactly is after us here? I used to work for Coastlandia DEA, and those SWAT guys were definitely not official cops. Even if they were just your run-of-the-mill crooked narcs, they wouldn't just come in blazing like a Juarez showdown. They'd at least try to maintain a cover story.
I'm not entirely certain, but I suspect they were sent by the Coke Jobs family. What you need to understand is that our friend Protege here is a very a valuable asset.
I's got a valuable ass? You saying those whack dynastic G.I. Joe bitches wanna shit down my
The Kirk Jobs family. I know, they were behind it all along. It makes perfect sense.
Maker?
Your head, actually. Your consciousness, I think.
What about it?
You've noticed by now that you have some unique abilities, right?
Yeah, I got ESPN in my brain box. Mind control.
Well, you know that sentience exam, the Gertzel-Takeda test, that by law, all entities need to take to be considered a person, legally speaking? All the institutional racism and speciesism aside, we know that the average human scores about a 4.1 on the consciousness test. But if you were to take that test, you would register something like a 10 or higher.
4.1. Skill issue, bro.
Hey,
Sorry, you're an
I took that piece
NPC.
of shit test back when I first got out of robot prison and was looking for some food stamps.
Robot
and job
prison?
training
Aren't
or
you
some
like
shit.
15, Edward
They denied
Furlong?
everything, cause I scored a, what was it, 2.5? Said I qualified to be someone's dog or a professional blender or some bullshit.
He's got that dog in him.
That's how I
Can we
got
do
into this whole
Terraria
drug
one day?
business
Yeah,
stuff.
sure,
To make
Kiki.
ends meet.
Unfortunately, that's the dead end story of millions of humanoid sentients and chimeras and non-humans.
I love the
Anyway,
voice
the
acting for
consciousness
this
test itself
character.
is rigged. It's geared to measure certain types of brain activity and intelligence that is prevalent in humans but doesn't always apply to silicon-based or non-human genome brains. If the test was given in a completely neutral way, then you would really have more there in your head than most or all non-modified humans. That's where your mental abilities stem from, this advanced form of consciousness.
So wait. You're saying that Proto J here is actually some further evolved form of organism?
Essentially, yes.
I gotta go now. Okay, good night, garlic bread. Thanks for hanging out, man. But yeah, we can do Terraria.
Hey, no offense to the $6 billion kid here.
Baller.
Sorry, baller. But he's not exactly Einstein.
Being book smart is not the only way to be smart. Like I said, I don't know a lot about physics, but I might have other skills and talents. You, Carl, might have messed up as an
Carl.
official cop, but that doesn't mean you don't have skills as an investigator.
I'm
did
the
manage to
worst
find the most wanted
investigator in the
individual
world.
Basically the world right now. And you did so and got him out before the Coke Jobs dynasty did.
We'll take
It's not
down
like
those
Proto J
evil
doesn't have
Coke
potential.
Jobs
It's
agents.
just that his life circumstances, the rigged system, have led him to use his skills and talents for things like crime and drug dealing. This is the story for 90% of sentient robots and chimeras who wind up in poverty, prison, and crime because of what? So a few quadrillionaires can have a few more bucks and lord it up over everyone else? I don't even know. I'm sorry, I get kind of emotional about this topic.
So, Coke Jobs wants Proto J. Does your family know about him also?
Not that I know of, but they are always on the lookout for more advanced entities. Proto J would be very valuable for whomever were to capture him.
Family, yes.
So,
I was wondering if that was an N on
this
his
guy with a
face.
big
Does
N
he
on
have the
his
N-word
face.
pass, do you think,
Mr.
chat?
Strong, Silent, and Black Leather / Zippers over here.
It's kind of a cray-cray long story, but the TLDR is he's basically like your friend Proto J here, but different. Another advanced transhuman prototype. He doesn't talk much because he can't. It's part of his condition.
Okay. You got a name?
He has a few. His creator called him Aleph. That N on his face is actually the Hebrew character Aleph. I don't really
No,
know
because he
much
doesn't
more about
talk. True,
Back
yeah.
at Sunshine Apartments. He showed up just after the shady SWAT team arrived.
He turned me gay
I
with
was
his
sure he
mind
was the ringleader
powers.
of the child snatching
That
scheme.
wasn't cool, bro.
I'm sorry for that unfortunate conflict. I sent Aleph in to do reconnaissance when I discovered the Coke Jobs strike team was moving in on the Silicas. I had ordered Aleph not to harm you, but his mind is unique. I mean, he's not trying to stonewall you or be a space cadet. He simply can't speak for some reason. Sometimes I'm not sure if he's actually hearing what we're saying. From what I've seen, I don't think he even really exists in the same way you and I do. He is a very loyal guardian, though. He protects and has not harmed me once.
Still, he basically mind melded with me, and it felt like he was sorting through my head, my history, my consciousness, like it was a deck of cards, rearranging them, inserting new jacks and kings and queens.
And he inserted a princess. Bad joke. That can happen with Aleph. Like I said, the neurophysics or cosmopsychology or quantum entanglement.
Wait, is he
stuff
becoming
just
trans?
tickles my noodle. Aleph's creator can explain it better.
Well, okay then, Aleph, comrade.
Is he gonna like turn into
You'll
Princess
understand if
Sybil
I'll
Clinton
take a hard
Bush?
pass on shaking your hand, though, right, buddy? So you're planning to end inequality, tear down tyrannical neo-feudalism, and usher in an age of social democracy. Okay, I got that. I can see Proto J here has some secret sauce in his noggin. He literally is a $6 billion
God, this game is so
baller.
schizo.
But what's the plan now?
Well, you're right. Proto J is key here. Literally, his consciousness is the key to a gateway.
The gateway to what?
Its creator called it the Garden of Forking Paths. Supposedly, it gives its inhabitant the ability to
Is that a
shape the world in
Borges
their
reference?
image. The gateway apparently lies somewhere within the Stratoplex, but no one knows where it is. My father, King Warren Clinton
Man, that's
Bush,
weird
likely
synchronicity.
does, being arguably the most powerful monarch on this planet, but
But what?
it's a long story, but the 140 character tweet version is, family is bae, but then absolute power, thirst.
Family.
I apologize. My millennialese is rusty.
Daddy and I have philosophical differences, okay? He likes being king of everything, master of the universe. He'd give me the world, but only if he could rule it. So we're going to have to find out another way to find the Garden of Forking Paths. Anyway, like I said, you're the one who found Proto J. Look, I have resources and pull, royal pull, but I need an actual investigator to help me out here. So basically, I want to hire you, Carl, as the Egalide Cooperative's detective. What do you say?
Well, I don't know what to say. I've been
Big
trying like
mistake,
crazy to tell
girl.
everyone
I'm
I'm not a
terrible.
cop anymore, and now I get to be one again, and on the right side of history.
I'm on the right side of
It's
history,
an offer I
baby.
can't refuse, princess.
OMG awesome. I mean, that's great, Carl.
So, where should we start? Any good leads to this Garden of Forking Paths?
I think I mentioned the creator a couple of times. You'll definitely want to talk to him at some point.
We can take a hyperspace trip to see God?
Nice.
The hardcore atheists will be pissed.
Atheists
No, the
in
godfather
chat
of artificial
in
consciousness.
shambles.
His name is Noah Gertzel.
As in, Gertzel Takeda consciousness test?
He really hated the test and considers it a form of scientific slander of his own name. But yes, he was considered one of, if not the most brilliant person of all time. Chances are he knows about the garden. I'd also recommend taking a trip to the Fulcrum, which is the pinnacle of Coastlandia and my family's royal estate within the Stratoplex.
Okay. I'd add the Coastlandia Capitol building. My old boss, Norton Shuffler, works there. I know for a fact he was on the payroll of someone who was trying to capture Protege.
Since you're lead detective, and as a show of good faith, I'm going to let you choose where we start, but we have a few places to check out. The Superpositor's navigation controls are on your right side. Just enter the 4-dimensional spacetime coordinate into the RPS system.
RPS system?
Reality Positioning System, like a GPS coordinate but including time. I just type in the numbers. Like I said, how all this techno magic works is beyond my pay grade.
I'm just a
Well,
girl.
actually, my net worth is billions of times the scientists and engineers who made this craft, but never mind.
Okay. Our first stop should be Gertzel, the creator. If we try Shuffler or the Fulcrum, we could tip off the enemy.
Fuck this. This game is rad, JC. What do you mean? I guess I should look at that control panel on the right and take us to see the creator. Now let's all forget our troubles with a big bowl of strawberry ice cream. I didn't even know you were watching, JC. I've had a rough night. I'm sorry to hear that, JC. That fucking sucks, man. I hope everything's okay. I wasn't talking about the... Oh, you were just speaking out loud? Okay. All good, man. I hope you're okay.
So, who exactly is after us here? I used to work for Coastlandia DEA, and those SWAT guys were definitely not official cops. Even if they were just your
Man, I'm so
run-of-the-mill
glad
crooked
this
narcs.
whole game is voice
They would've just
acted.
come
Otherwise,
in
it'd be so
blazing like a
tiring. in my
Juarez
throat.
showdown. They'd at least try to maintain a cover story.
I'm not entirely certain, but I suspect they were sent by the Coke Jobs family. What you need to understand is that our friend Proto J here is a very valuable product. A valuable asset.
I's got a valuable ass? You saying those whack dynastic G.I. Joe bitches wanna shake down my moneymaker?
Your head, actually. Your consciousness, I think.
Already did this? Oh yeah,
What
I
about-
remember we already looked at that. Oh yeah, that's right. So about this mission, I thought that was like a whole new set of questions.
That's all for now.
All right, that's all for now then. Can I talk to him? That's a good thing about scene-based point and clicks. Low budget for graphics means more money for voices. True.
How's it going there?
Yeah.
Aleph, right?
It's fine. I've just overdone
That's a
it.
shot mask you got there.
How is
Is that
Saltburn?
a real wool?
Really?
Like from a real non-electric sheep?
Saltburn wasn't the most terrible film I've seen, but there was like the problem was just that the script is really stupid, and like there are a lot of things in the movie that are just giant plot holes or don't make any fucking sense in the movie. Like it looked nice and the performances were fine, but there are too many things about the plot that just made absolutely no fucking sense whatsoever. And then the film was like, the film acts like it's so shocking and like the scene with Barry Keoghan and the girl and the blood and stuff when he's going down on her. The movie acts like that's the craziest thing ever, and it's like, okay, fellow sex haver, we've all fucked a woman on her period before. You're gonna have to try a bit harder than that to be like edgy or kinky. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, we're adults here, man. Like, we've all done it. Why are you acting like this? Fucking crazy. Stuff like that was really cringe. And then just the fucking twist, like at the ending. When they revealed the big twist, I went, wait, that's supposed to be a twist? That's literally what I thought was happening. Like, let alone the fact that it doesn't even make fucking sense. With like, he waits 15 years. Like, it was all a big elaborate scheme. And part of that scheme involved waiting 15 years for Richard Grant to die on his own. Hoping that the mum would remain fond enough of him to like invite. Like, here's what also could have happened. She runs into him and goes, "Oh well, it was nice seeing you," and then she just fucking leaves. What are you gonna do then with your magical plan to take Saltburn, huh? So fucking stupid, so fucking dumb. But yeah, that was, it was fine, I guess. It wasn't, it was way too long. If it was like an hour and a half, I probably would have liked it a lot more, but it was just like way too long. And it's like, I heard the director say that apparently it's like a vampire movie without vampires in it, but then it gets that part wrong too, because there's no social criticism towards the rich. If anything, it makes the rich people seem like nice, generous people, and working class people like fucking greedy monsters, which I guess would be kind of fitting, because from what I read, the director is like comes from a really privileged background. Like her family is incredibly rich, and so it's like she's pulling her punches because she doesn't want to make the rich people look bad. It's a movie for normies. Yeah, it's a movie for normies. It's a movie for my mum who enjoyed it. But yeah, it was terrible. Which director? Her name is like something What's-Her-Nuts Fennel. Something or other Fennel. She directed Promising Young Woman. And yeah, it was like, the fucking plot was just so stupid. It was like Townsend Mr. Ripley meets The Secret History, but way dumber, because there was like literally no mystery whatsoever. Like I said, when they had the big twist that like he killed them, I went, oh, well, we not supposed to like the way you shot that scene definitely made it seem like he killed them. Was I not supposed to think that? Just so dumb. It's one of the most up its own ass movies I've ever seen. I wouldn't mind that if at least, like, the plot made even the slightest amount of sense. Emerald Fennel, that's it. All of his characters seemed like he had a nice house and was pretty comfortable. Yeah, no, exactly, Misery, exactly. Like, his characterization is so inconsistent. Like, the script can't decide if he's a lost little lamb who's in love with Jacob Elordi, or if he's like genuinely a sociopath manipulating everyone. His characterization is so inconsistent. Like, I think they meant to play it off like he's unpredictable, you don't know what's the real him, but it just came off like bad writing, because there's too much that stacks up on both sides. Like, if he was just scamming them, then why was he drinking Jacob Elordi's cum out of the bath? Like, why did he fuck his grave? What was that? The movie can't even decide, like, what the characterization of Barry Keoghan was supposed to be. There's no commentary on the rich. It's like, that's the thing, JC, is like, I'm like, this is clearly supposed to be a social satire of the rich, and I guess maybe this is fitting because it's a movie written and directed by a privileged Nepo baby rich girl, but the rich people come out of the movie looking really good. Like, yeah, they're a little bit, like, you know, they're a little bit emotionally distant and like, you know, kind of jerkish at times. But overall, the rich family are super friendly and generous towards Barry Keoghan, and he just destroys their lives. So it's like, what's the commentary there? That middle class people are all evil? Like, what's my takeaway supposed to be there? The whole I wasn't in love with him yeah, that was such a cop-out. That was such a cop-out. I'm a vampire, wow, maybe cut her and drink her blood or something if you want to be as edgy as you yeah, I love how they just literally have him say that. Like, that's what I mean, it's like clearly but again, it's like it gets the vampire thing backwards, because vampires have always been like a satirization of the wealthy. That's literally the inspiration for vampires as fictional characters. They're meant to represent, like, the ultra-wealthy. That's why they're always, like, a count, you know, Count Dracula or something. They're always, like, some kind of nobility or depicted as being really rich. And so it's completely backwards to have the fucking middle-class guy be the vampire. Again, it's just like it muddies the whole point of the movie, where it's like, was this supposed to be social commentary? If it wasn't supposed to be social commentary about rich people, then why did you make it a vampire thing? Because vampires are explicitly about rich people. Like, you could have a vampire story where the characters aren't rich vampires, that's fine, but if you make a story about rich people that's also a vampire story, like, it's implicit on you to do the social commentary thing. You don't get to do that if you have no interest in talking about that. There was no point. Parasite at home, but it wasn't even complex. Yeah, like it feels like it was almost trying to go for a thing like that, but without understanding what makes Parasite good. You can be up your own ass as a movie if it's a great ass. Yeah, it just wasn't that great. That's the other thing too. I could forgive it all if it was actually just like entertaining and kept me engaged the entire way through. But I honestly, like, the movie was halfway through, and I remember checking my phone to go like, oh, the movies must be almost over now. Like, okay. And I was like, wait, it's still another hour and 10 minutes? Oh my God. How much more does this plot have to do? Like, it really dragged a lot of shit out more than it had to. And yeah, the fact that it felt like it was so shocking for plot twists that were glaringly obvious to anyone with half a brain, or the things in the plot that just don't make any fucking sense, it just became absurd. I was just like, this is so fucking stupid and dumb. Like, I guess if you don't think about it, it's fine. But I don't know, like, I called my mom earlier today to get an update on how my dad was after his, like, bowel cancer operation. Because she'd seen the movie, and she's not as observant of a viewer as I am. But even she was like, yeah, I enjoyed it, but it was really fucking dumb. Like, even she was like, yeah, the story was stupid. It made, like the sections of it just didn't make any sense. And I was like, yeah, no, it was terrible. Is that Kanye? Oh my god, maybe it is Kanye. Maybe he does have the N-word pass. My roommate said the people who liked Saltburn, did you like the movie, or were you just horny and thought that everyone was hot? Yeah, that's the other part of it too. Yeah, it's like, it's just that, essentially, I think, for the people who enjoyed it. But it's like, everything else is just kind of like, it's like, yeah, it'd be cool if this was all tied around more interesting characters, but this story is fucking go nowhere, and these characters are just kind of like boring and inconsistent. You know, and I just was like, wow, so dumb. So stupid. Turns out Moana 2 is going to be a rework of some episodes. Oh, yeah, I saw they announced Moana 2, and that apparently it was originally going to be a TV show, and now it's a movie. I liked Infinity Pool, and it definitely kept me engaged. Infinity Pool was pretty critical of the rich. Yeah, like, I haven't seen Infinity Pool still. I know Adam hated it, and it didn't get great reviews. To be honest, I'm not surprised, because I've seen some of the director Brandon Cronenberg's other movies, like Possessor, and if you didn't know, he's the son of David Cronenberg, and for better or worse, he's basically the same filmmaker as his dad. And what I mean by that is that, like David Cronenberg, Brandon is great at coming up with interesting, fucked up, like body horror adjacent ideas for movies. He's really great at coming up with the premise for those. The execution is, like, what the actual plot and story is going to be, a little bit more hit and miss. Like, that's basically how I would as much as I love David Cronenberg, I think any fan of his would agree that there's often a wide chasm in quality between some of his films, and a lot of them just boil down to, he had a good idea for, like, a weird, fucked up body horror movie, but he didn't really, like, come up with a good idea for the story or the characters or anything. He just kind of had the premise, and just threw whatever story at it, and that's why it's sort of semi-unfulfilling. Like, I've read David Cronenberg's novel, by the way, too, and it's exactly the same way. David Cronenberg sets up all these interesting, like, bizarre, speculative technology ideas and concepts, and I'm really enjoying his novel, and then it just fucking ends. Because he couldn't think of any way to tie it all together or, like, do anything interesting plot-wise. So the book just ends. And I'm like, oh. So none of it was going anywhere. Well, that was a waste of my time, but I enjoyed myself at least. I still need to watch Infinity Pool, but yeah, I'll probably like it while not thinking it's great. Because that has been my experience for every other Brandon Cronenberg movie I've watched. He's still, at least to me, he still hasn't, like, quite made anything as good as, like, peak David Cronenberg, but I still, like, you know, I have affection for him as a filmmaker. Not Saltburn, but I saw The Creator the other day, and that must be the most predictable film ever made. Is that sci-fi thing? I love how even Fennel said that some people are just pretending they're shocked about the movie. Yeah, no, like I said, the period scene was like the perfect distillation of the whole movie, where the way it's framed is like, oh, this is so edgy and hot. I hope you're not watching this in the living room with your parents, Zoomer. You know, have to hide your raging boner. And I'm just like, yeah, bro, it's like people have sex when they're on their period. It's not really a weird thing. Like, I've got blood all over my face going down on a woman. It's not weird. It's just like, it's fine. It's whatever. You can have fun with it if you want. Make it like war paint, you know? But it's just like, yeah, it's fine. It's whatever, man. That's exactly what happened with Crimes of the Future. Yeah, that's another one I need to watch, but that's exactly why I didn't rush out to watch Crimes of the Future, JC. I remember the year it came out, I had an opportunity to watch it at the film festival I was attending, but I just went, I'll just wait to either watch it at home or watch it when it gets a wide release, because I heard people basically saying it was a bad Cronenberg movie, and that's exactly what I thought it was. I was like, it's probably going to be another movie where he came up with a really interesting sci-fi body horror idea, and then just, like, forgot to come up with characters or a good plot. So it kind of just goes nowhere and is a bit of a waste of your time. Like, as much as I love David Cronenberg, he certainly made a bunch of movies that are that, you know? And then sometimes he makes really good stuff, like The Fly or Videodrome. But he's also directed some crap. I think I've watched worse with my mom. She'd probably find the licking the bathtub drain the worst bit. Yeah, that's the thing, too, is a lot of those scenes just feel like they're in it for gratuitous shock value and don't really add anything more to the characterization. Often they just seem baffling and contradictory with what the story ends up being. Like I said, it's like, all right, if you're going to do the big twist at the end of the movie where he was behind it the whole time, so why was he drinking his cum? Like, why did he strip down and fuck the grave? Like, what was all that? For whose benefit was that? Shark can smell 1 drop of blood in 50 gallons of water. It straight up doesn't have a third act. I didn't hate Crimes of the Future, but it was a bit of a drag. He makes the first act, explains the theme of the movie, rushes through a weird conflict that pops up because it's hot. But yeah, the Saltburn was terrible. I was really bored for most of it. Like I said, looked nice. There was I thought the scene where they close all the curtains and it goes really red was comically absurd. All I could think about was why the fuck did you purchase these curtains where when you have to close them it like makes the house look blood red on the inside. This is just absurd, but visually it was very striking. Had good visuals. The acting was like fine. But my god, the story was bad.
Doesn't it get stuffy in there? Or are you a humanoid bot underneath and don't need to breathe? Man, a few words. I like that. I'd trade you for this potty-mouthed chatterbox for a partner, but you did kind of psyche-rate me back there, and you generally fill me with an intense sense of foreboding. They get awkward, right? Great talking to you.
Yeah, and just like the way it ends as well is so kind of masturbatory. Like, I'm not opposed to having a movie end with Barry Keoghan, like, stripping fully nude and dancing through a mansion to the song Murder on the Dance Floor with his dick flopping everywhere. I'm not opposed to ending a movie like that, but I feel like you've kind of got to earn that sort of an ending. You know what I mean? Like, by having a script that doesn't treat the audience like complete idiots, and having something more going on or more to say than just, man, rich people are so nice, and those pawsies are so greedy and evil. You know, you don't get to do your nude Austin Powers dance when you do that, alright? You just don't. Like, the whole nude dance at the opening of Austin Powers is partly riffing on the fact that this bizarre fringe movie, like, became one of the biggest hits in the world and made hundreds of millions of dollars. So they went into Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, with an air of, like, triumphant success, you know? Should you have gone with Saltburn, more like Saltboard? That would have been a better joke. That would have been a better joke. That really just comes down to me spending about 5 seconds thinking of what to call today's stream. Because, yeah, sometimes, like, when you're a streamer and you have to come up with a new title for every stream you do, sometimes they're going to be really good and clever and make sense with the context of what you're doing today. Sometimes you're just like, what do I call stream today? Saltburn? More like Salt Lame. Got him. Whatever, that's fine. Jacob Elordi was nominated for that performance at the BAFTAs over Mark Ruffalo and Charles Melton. What are they on? Well, they're probably just being racist because Jacob Elordi is English. Wait, is he English? Isn't he Australian? Whatever, he's not American. They're just being racist against Americans. Speaking of which, did you hear that apparently he, like, beat up a radio DJ in Australia and got arrested? Jacob Elordi. What's really funny is the coverage on it in Australia versus America has been completely at odds. In America, everyone is freaking out, going like, oh my god, Jacob Elordi assaulted an innocent radio DJ. Is he the next Ezra Miller? He's a threat to our children's safety. Yeah, the dude was asking for his bathwater, apparently. Yeah, so, but the difference is, in Australia, the coverage is basically like, so, Jacob Elordi punched some radio DJ in the face. Oh, who was it? Kyle Sandilands? Oh, that fucking cunt? Yeah, fair call. I'd punch him too. Like, these people in the Australian media are just like, yeah, nah, honestly, I'm on Jacob's side. I don't know anything about what happened, but Kyle Sandilands definitely deserved it. For any non-Australians, Kyle Sandilands is a very famous, like, shock jock radio DJ. Like, when I kind of described him to the stream in the past, a lot of people's closest comparison was to compare him to Howard Stern, the famous, like, American shock jock radio DJ, and he's sort of like that, but personality-wise and also appearance-wise, because he's like a short, fat, bearded gnome man who wears a snapback all the time, he's much closer to Keemstar. Basically, like, imagine Keemstar, but instead of having a drama channel on YouTube, he was like a respected legacy media radio DJ, and that is Kyle Sandilands. He is, like, despised by most of the country. Everybody thinks he's really fucking annoying, but Bogans love him, so he's insanely popular. But yeah, the Australian media is just like, what? He punched Kyle Sandilands? I don't need to know anything else. I'm instantly on Jacob Elordi's side. He probably had a very good reason for punching Kyle. I've been seeing people defending him. Yeah, probably mostly Australians, Misery, who are like, nah, fuck Kyle Sandilands. He had it coming. I don't know what he said, but he had it coming, man. But yeah, apparently they were asking for his bathwater. Play the Sigma music. Yeah, I mean, hold on. Let me get the actual thing up. Cause yeah, he's under police investigation for beating up Kyle Sandilands. God. But yeah, no, everybody hates Kyle Sandilands. I thought Australians were allowed to beat each other up with no consequences. Well, yeah, that's why he didn't get arrested. He's just under investigation. But yeah, Australians are just like, nah, you did us proud, Jacob. Well done. I'd punch Kyle Sandilands too if I could. Alright, let's go to the panel. I guess we should go to the creator, Dr. Goertzel's secret lab, like they said. Wait, I want to hear this dialogue. I've got some questions about this machine.
How does this work exactly?
I'm
Just
too
enter
dumb to
coordinates of
operate a
the location
menu.
you want to travel to and the time. The superpositor craft will autopilot and auto time travel to the place.
Oh
of
yeah,
time.
we our
You
manic
can't
pixie
teleport or time
dream
travel
girl
into any of the
/
locations
possible
in
future
Stratoplex
trans
because
self
the sky cities have defensive
has a
fields
time
around them.
machine.
I guess you don't want a rival neo-feudal army teleporting right into your boardroom.
I also love
or
how
your
she's
throne
fucking
room.
huge. Like, she's
or
way
checkmate.
taller than Carl.
Exactly. So we'll have to fly the old-fashioned way through the atmosphere like a jet plane.
Hey, I've been driving a piece of crap Toyonde with no reverse and
You
duct
wanna join
taped
the
on
Mile High Club,
bumpers for the
baby?
last year. Corporate jet? That's more upgrade than I could ask for. Why don't you just go back and stop all of this from happening? Like in what are those time travel movies?
Terminator and 12 Monkeys and Back to the Future. Yeah, dog. We should just go back, pop a cap in all the royal human bitches' baby mamas.
Yeah!
Like Sarah Connor, dog. Oh, no offense, princess.
Unfortunately, time travel doesn't seem to work like that. Going back is not like just airbrushing a blemish on your magazine cover image. When you go back, it's like redoing the photo shoot. Everything changes in unforeseeable ways, and it's basically impossible to go back more than a day without unraveling the space-time consciousness continuum itself. I think that's what it's called.
Okay, so we've got a time horizon of around 24 hours. So me scoring a date with young Scarlett Johansson is out of the question?
No!
Sorry.
Well, we are living in Futurama. Maybe I can just get a fembot Scarjo. The BBW model, of course. Alright, let's go to the creator Goetzel's lab. Spatial coordinates set. Now I just need to set the time I want to travel to. Enter time coordinates. Oh, interesting. I guess let's just remain in the present first. No Scarjo dates for you, unfortunately not.
Baby girl, you sure?
Princess.
Princess, baby girl, you sure this be the hood of my mad genius creator nigga?
Yes, this is definitely the place. The GPS coordinates are spot on.
Is it just me, or is it weird that the father of true artificial intelligence, solver of the hard problem of consciousness, and probably one of the most brilliant people of all time, lives in a landfill? I mean, Jobs, it smells awful. Like mold, methane, and dead bodies.
Good night, JC.
If Proto J here is the most wanted robot in the world, then Goetzel might be the most wanted human. There are a lot of powerful entities that would love to have him chained up in their clandestine research facilities right now. Goetzel didn't migrate out here for pleasantness or convenience, but to get off the radar. No royal thinks twice about the pile.
Interesting. Okay. This barrel's got gunshot holes sprayed up its side. Looks recent, judging from the shiny and newly surfaced metal on the rust. Definitely suggests a shootout. Looks like someone's unloaded on this door. A major shootout if I had to wager. This shanty looks like it might fall under a stiff breeze, but there seems to be solid reinforced steel plating in the walls. Definitely a front for something. Unfortunately, I probably can't just kick the door in.
Hello? Anyone home?
The doorknob's gone. And it doesn't want to budge. I think something's jammed the door hinges.
So this Noah Goetzel guy, how do you know when he's around?
He doesn't really do any kind of electronic communication. He's been off the grid for years now, after abandoning the Golem project. If Goetzel had a hashtag, it would be paranoid, and for good reason. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to have a meeting prearranged by my assets. I mean my people.
So wait, you're saying that you're not sure if this mega genius is even here? Not only that, but it looks like the trigger-happy climax of that Drug Wars show went down right here. Forgive me, Your Highness, but I'm not sure I understand this plan.
I'm sorry, okay? I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm just trying my best. I just graduated from Yalevard University.
Yalevard?
And I've been basically going to fancy neofeudal parties and dinners ever since.
Yaleford University.
Quantec-enabled, Dosace-designed royal gown. That's why I need your help here.
Okay, but you're a Clinton Bush. You've got an empire at your fingertips. Why not bring all the king's CIA agents and all the king's military in on this operation?
Not all of my dynastic family agrees with me, and there are always potential double agents and usurpers within the ranks. I don't know who I can trust, and the more people I bring in, the more likely this whole venture will be leaked. Like a season finale of that Throne Games TV show that always gets pirated.
Oh, snap! That show is boss! My favorite part is when them Thai Westers toss them
Oh,
uppity peasants and
2017.
peons in the flaming dragon pit when they try to rise up and revolt.
No comment.
Guess I should try and find a way in. It's not like I haven't done my share of breaking and entering without a warrant as a CBD cop. Blood splatter? What a bloody mess. Judging from the coagulation, the victim was killed within the last day or so. The blood track suggests someone or something dragged the body away, although it's virtually impossible to track in the dark, even through the tangled mess of the garbage mountain. Can we just travel back in time to, like, yesterday? How do I just, like, re-enter the ship? Use your laser on the house. Yeah, that's an option as well. I mean, we might have to travel back in time anyway, but we might have to investigate here first to make sure that, you know, we can actually
Son of a bitch. Looks
to make
like the
sure that
Dresdenators
they're actually
run out of
dead.
oxygen.
No!
Guess I'll have to figure another way in.
Click the bottom step. Nah, it's not interactable. Let's try this. Okay, bullets out of the door. Damn, it still won't open. The problem might be with the door hinge. Maybe I should check the left side of the door. Okay, bullets out of the door hinge. Got the bullet unstuck from the door hinge. It should open now, I hope. There we go. What is this place? Shark, are you gonna do some F push-ups? Wait, what do you mean, Kiki? I have no idea what this is, but it looks positively goddamn preternatural. I have no idea what the word preternatural means either, but I saw this clip on Discovery Tube once that was talking about the conscientiousness quantum gravity, or the interlocution of M-brains that entangle to manifest the holographic universalness, or shit. I got no idea what I'm talking about. Sybil's right. Technology makes your brain hurt.
Oh, Jobs. Oh no. They must have got to him. The Coke Jobs.
Okay, so you're saying the Coke Jobs probably found him down here, did this?
I don't think it's a probably. Seems like case closed, doesn't it?
Well, sure, but the thing is, from all the near-death experiences I've had with the Coke Job stormtroopers, I take it their workhorse is the RA-31 assault rifle. And this bullet casing on the ground here is for .50 AE, which is incompatible with RA-31.
So you're saying this wasn't an attack by our rivals?
I'm not saying that. Not yet. I've seen the Coke Job's men. Androids, clones. They all look like they came out of the same humor-free vat of Nazi ectoplasm.
Nazi
Anyway,
ectoplasm.
I've seen them blow the face off a sentient humanoid in front of his own wife and kid without flinching. So I don't doubt their brutal ability to play hardball. I'm just trying to piece a story together. Evidence gathering, theory development, detective work. That's what you're paying or retaining me or patroning me for, right?
Of course, Carl. Why don't you investigate and let me know what you find?
This game is a goldmine of amazing phrases. Yeah, I kind of love this writer. It looks like some advanced scientific equipment. I've heard that a lot of consciousness science boils down to neurochemistry, but some of this paraphernalia here looks eerily familiar to the illegal facilities I used to find in abandoned schools and libraries back when I was DEA. The body of Dr. Noah Gertzel, father of artificial consciousness, the creator himself. What else is there to look at in here? That? A chemistry vat. I don't want to mess with it right now. The passage of the golem is key. This red painting. What are you doing, Master Beta? Do I have to ban you? Alright. See ya. Doesn't look like any oil or enamel or aerosol paint I've ever seen. It almost looks coagulated.
Yes, this is definitely blood.
The shit was that?
Barely
What was that? I
coagulated.
don't know
This
what
weird
the
mural
fuck that was.
painted recently.
What was all those random strings
It
of numbers? What
says,
even was
"The
that? I
passage of the
don't
golem
know.
is the key."
The robots are attacking. Was that even a robot? Or was that like, why did they ask if I was a furry? I feel like that was just some weirdo who decided just to start spamming that. I'm like, oh no, who cares, man? That's some artwork.
Looks like some kind of pomo transhumanist street art. Kind of like, what's his face? Robosquiat? Pranksy?
Robosquiat.
I slept through half of my mandatory art
Pranksy?
history 112 class.
This dog's got some dope tagging skills. For real,
My
yo.
favorite artist is Pranksy.
Oh, Illuminati sacred geologies and all-seeing golden eyes and shit.
There's something written at the bottom here. Maybe I should take a closer look at this writing. Yes, this is definitely blood. Barely coagulated. This weird mural was painted recently. It says, "The passage of the golem is the key."
Why is the message still shown on screen? Does this person not have anything better to do? I'm just, yeah, I'm disappointed in Meat Beta 95. You okay, Shark? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just annoyed by this fucking dumb kid or whoever this is. I was gonna make a joke about Ai Weiwei, but I think their name is already an appropriate pun. Username was better than the person. Yeah. IP Leaker 9000? Jesus Christ, man. What's wrong, bro? Did your dad beat you extra hard today because you gave him a toothy blowjob or something? Like, why are you wasting your time on this? Jesus Christ. Yes, he did? Cool. Talk to your therapist about it. Get yourself some mods, Shark. I do have mods. They're just mostly never around. He's Barry Kogan from Banshees. Yeah, is Barry Kogan in chat? Like, Jesus Christ. Mod me. Yeah, I mean, if someone just wants to be mod, either temporarily or permanently, I mean, we'll just go temporarily for now, because I rarely need modding anyway, but yeah, if someone just wants to be a mod and just ban that guy, I can volunteer, mod me. Yeah, I can mod either of you, or Aaron, like, I trust any of you guys, but, yeah, that might be a good idea, since this person seems persistent. I don't know, we'll just see if Aaron is always here. Yeah, I'd mod Aaron or Misery or Jogo. What else is there for me to interact with in here? Give me mod, I am sane and can be trusted with power. Can I interact with anything? When you become big and famous, can we all be mods? Sure. I'll probably need a significant amount of mods then, because the amount of dumb children who will be in chat will probably necessitate it. Jesus Christ. Bro, none of this is even correct. You just posted the address of some places. I don't live in North America, stupid. All you're doing is just wasting everybody's fucking time. Quandale? You should ask the princess. Oh, yeah, I guess I can ask them now what they think about stuff. The dumbest part about that shit is even if they got our correct IP address, it's useless now. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I feel like it's like trying to scare people. Like, oh, I know where you live. I got your IP address. No, you fucking don't. I don't really give a fuck, man. Just like, can you please stop spamming this stupid crap in my chat? Shark's address is Ocean, Australia. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Gillyflower, how's it going? I was gonna say go to your homework, but no, you're a lost cause, so don't even bother. Yeah, exactly. I'll temporarily mod Jogo, I guess. In case this person just keeps coming back.
That painting says, "The passage of the golem is the key." You have any idea what that might mean?
Well, as I mentioned, Dr. Gertzel was the lead scientist involved in the Golem project to create the ultimate body.
Feel free to remove the mod status at the end of the stream. Yeah. I mean, I feel like most of the time I don't need mods, so it's fine. But if we do start needing them, I'll make some of you guys mods. I hate it when people with funny usernames suck. Yeah, it's like, could you just be as cool as your username, please? Like, it's really annoying that you're just fucking coming in here harassing all of us with your 50 burner accounts. It's not funny or scary or whatever it is you're trying to achieve. You're just a child who won't stop annoying us.
Could this be referring to a secret passage? A sublab, perhaps?
Possibly, but the passage of the
Can't
golem
tell I'm
is
about to
the
pass
key.
out or my contacts are going to rip it. You mean like
Wait,
the contacts
the
you're wearing over
passage
your
of
eyes?
the golem. There's only one passage in the Bible that refers to the golem specifically by name.
Wow, I never figured you for the religious type.
I was raised agnostic Unitarian, but was trained to exhibit public Christianity for political manipulation purposes. My first boyfriend, this big multi-planetary space travel entrepreneur, was Jewish though, and so I got into the Torah. Till I figured out he only wanted me for my daddy's investment capital. Asshole. Anyway, the passage is Psalm 139:16. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. Unformed body is translated in Hebrew as golem.
Very interesting. What do you think it means?
I'm not sure, but Gertzel was big into esoteric forms of religion, from Christian mysticism to Hindu and Buddhist philosophy to the Jewish Kabbalah. He once said to me, "The unified field of the universe unifies all. Electromagnetic and gravity fields brings together all fields of physics and unifies even the fields of science and spirituality." I had no idea what he'd meant, of course. Dr. Gertzel himself decided on the name The Golem Project, to the confusion of the neo-feudal business people, politicians, and celebrities involved. Votes were split between Project Ubermensch and the Godmaker Initiative. The rest of the members relented, though, when Gertzel threatened to abandon the project.
The Godmaker Initiative.
Golem, the unformed body, incomplete. You say everyone is after Protege. Do you think that Gertzel might have been playing a longer game with the neo-feudal lords this whole time? Like, he never actually meant to deliver the completed superhuman body to the Illuminati and your father.
That's possible. Gertzel only agreed to join us because he could not get funding and resources on the scale he needed, except through the Clington Bushes and dynastics like us. I think he thought of us rich royals as unnecessary evil.
What was that passage again?
Psalms 139:16.
139.16. Can you please move out of the way?
I'm so sorry, but would you mind moving out of the way, princess?
Only if you ask me less formally.
Oh, my bad. Can you back up a bit, Sybil?
No problemo.
Alright, so where do I input this code? Wait, what's the empty vial? Okay, apparently I just got a bunch of empty vials for some reason. I'm disappointed it told you that instead of having you research golems outside the game. Yeah, but I feel like they just wanted people to be aware of that concept. Oh, what's happening there? The reward starts playing music after it ends. Is that a bug? No, it's not. It's more for when I'm playing music and then it ends and it's not playing the music anymore because it has to mute the music when it turns it on. That I thought would be annoying to switch on and off, but I might just get rid of that part of it. If she was in your way, I think that must be the machine, right? I mean, we kind of looked at it before, and there doesn't seem to be any other way to interact with it. I think that's just an option whenever you talk to her. Yeah, you can just always tell her to get out of the way.
Never mind.
So I'm trying to think, like, okay, well, where's somewhere where I could input the code? Input the code in your time machine? I don't know if I can access the time machine, though. Yeah, I don't think I can exit now. Hold on, wait, unless... I think we should keep investigating Gertz's lab. We'll need some better leads from the crime scene before leaving, yeah.
That painting says, the passage of the golem is the key. You have any idea what that might mean?
Night, Key. Good night,
That's
Key.
that sketchy transgenic motherfucker in Lord of the Rings. Always
Thanks for hanging
hopping
out.
around
Get some
looking for his
sleep.
bling, right? The precious.
I think it's referring to that old Jewish myth about the humanoid being made of clay and magically animated by words etched on his forehead. Golem, not Gollum. But thanks for playing. Never mind.
It's the other guy, the silent guy.
Hey, buddy, you got any vantage point on our situation from the astral plane or insights beaming in from the cosmic background radiation or something? The sound of one hand clapping. Right. I just need to
He
meditate
has Alf on
more.
his
Got
forehead.
it. Thanks for the pro tip. Never mind.
Is the lock on the far right thing kind of boiler thing? That's just a vat of chemicals, and I already tried to interact with it, and I can't.
Looks like some kind of pull. There's some.
Yeah, we already saw that.
There's. Yes, this is def. It says the passage of the golem is the key.
Use the vials in the vat. I already tried that. Tell the silent guy to get out of the way.
Hey, do you think that maybe you could... How did you know? Okay. You've just reached a new level of creepy.
Alright. Now what? Can we go anywhere else aside from this one area? That hatched patch of ground, I'm pretty sure that's just a drain, but I also can't interact with it.
Never mind.
Oh, here, look.
Hey. Can you...
Roger that.
See, I can't interact with it. Can't look at it either. So, yeah, I'm kinda... I don't really know what to do here. I feel like I've... Oh, wait, did I look at the blood? Blood from Gertzel's wound. Splatter's pattern suggests the victim was standing. The wound has stopped flowing and is coagulated, but it looks pretty fresh. The murder definitely occurred in the last few hours.
Hey,
Oh, I already talked to you.
Hey. That... Could this...
Possibly.
What?
I would anyway.
Yeah.
I'm
Golem. The
that's Psalms 139:16.
Could this be
Possibly.
Wow.
I was anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's Psalm.
Never mind.
I'm trying to see if there's any kind of like secret passage or anything that I can interact with. Anything else in your inventory? Just some empty vials. I've got my robot arm, the finger, the acetane torch, but I don't have any gas for it right now, and my taser. My finger points. Yes, my finger does point. What does that mean from? I guess it's just a random thing that became funny, but yeah, my finger points. Oh wait, was that from Kung Pao? Yeah, it was from Kung Pao, that's right. Because yeah, I see that meme around all the time now. I suddenly just jogged my memory. I was like, oh yeah, it's from Kung Pao, isn't it? I should make that a sound. I should make that a sound alert. I know Barker has that on her channel. That would be a good one. 'Cause I've been meaning to add, like, sound alerts for you guys for a while. I feel like my finger points is a pretty solid one. But yeah, what the fuck do I do here? It's baffling. Or something from Betty. Use body? What do you mean what do you mean use body? Is that the walking? Do you mean the walking one? Use the use icon. Oh, on the body. Okay. Did I not do that?
Abrasion
Oh, I
ring,
guess not.
star-shaped entry lacerations, hair singed off from the muzzle flash. That, plus the shape of the exit wound.
Thank you,
suggests
Aaron.
The shot was done execution style. There was no gunfight.
Maybe them coke job motherfuckers interrogate him first, then cap him when they done.
Possible, but there's no signs of beating or torture. It'd have to be transcranial magnetic suffering inducers or some of that nanomachine nerve sandpaper.
How about that old school bamboo shoots up the fingernails?
Gertzel's manicure is pristine, so looks like they
Look at
just
his
killed him off.
nails. They're fabulous.
Why would you kill off one of, if not the smartest person on the planet?
Gertzel's phone. Looks like it's locked. If it doesn't have Quantec encryption or spontaneous fission anti-theft deterrence, I might be able to hack into it to gather all of his personal info and communications. Okay, cool. Looks like this phone is satellite disabled, operating on a mesh net. Gertzel lives up to his rep as a smart bugger. After all, the tech conglomerates went full Stasi, collecting and cleaning ownership of every text, document, and video users created. Going retro operating system phone tech was the only way to fly for covert ops. Neural scan to unlock. I'm guessing this won't work since people generally encode their own EEG brainwave pattern to their phone, but I don't see what else to do at this point. Invalid
Damn,
consciousness
got a
pattern.
quantum
Bing
encephalograph
bong.
lock. The only way to open this phone is by brain scan, and the brain we need has been blown to pieces.
Easy peasy, dog. We just scoop up Gertzel's brain jello.
Yeah, I was
stuff it
gonna
back in
say,
his brain
does he have to
pan,
be alive?
like Thanksgiving
Still his
turkey.
brain.
Then scan his head.
A, that's flacking disgusting.
Don't be a coward,
B,
Carl.
the brain needs to be in its original condition, not a bunch of scrambled eggs. And most importantly, C, the consciousness scan requires you to be alive and awake and conscious, since the scanner reads electrical brain activity.
Wait. Isn't there like an emergency unlock or some shit? Like, you got arrested, got your phone taken by popos, and you need your lawyer to sneak into police evidence, delete all your incriminating texts to your hustlers and distributors before questioning.
Yeah. I think it was meant as a failsafe in case your brain patterns are altered due to drunkenness or extreme emotions. But yeah. Looks like this phone uses multi-pronged security checks to perform the emergency unlock. It's asking for a DNA sample and a password.
I must join the unconscious several hours. Okay, thanks for hanging out, Tuvox. Good night, man. And thank you for the gifted sub earlier. I'll most likely be streaming tomorrow, so we can hang out more then. I should as well. Good night, Aaron. Unauthorized theft of data belonging to royalty. DNA. Alright, can we get a DNA sample from his blood? Okay, I think I see what I need to do. We need to use the vials to collect some blood. Thank you for the bit, Gilly. Thank you for the 30 bits. Alright, we got some blood. Alright, now I need these people to move. But first, what was the... what's the code again?
Psalms
139... Okay, 13916. Yep. There we go. All right.
Can you...
I'm just messing with you.
Oh wait, there was new
man.
dialogue. Damn it, I
thought
skipped
was
it. Fuck.
off
I
with
thought it was
my
the same
head
thing
for
they
a
were
second
saying. It was like always. Alright. You gotta move to Robo. I do want to hear this dialogue though.
Any idea where I could find DNA samples for the phone?
Dog? You got eye cams, dog? This a motherfucking CSI smorgasbord of blood and brain and all that.
Wait, am I still in
DNA
just chatting?
sample Shit.
Fuck, I should have changed this
Come
to
on,
Neofeud.
Columbine.
Columbine was a school...
Columbine?
I think you're talking about Columbo. My dad used to watch that cop show.
Bitch, you ain't gotta get all elitist and shit. Front on my throat with your factoids and truthiness.
Yeah,
I know,
my
right?
favorite
Who
detective
needs
show
pesky
is
truth and
Columbine.
facts and justice and rights. Never mind.
Alright,
Can you?
Roger.
alright, where do I insert DNA sample here? Okay, how do I... Oh, okay, there we go. I'll need a DNA sample to insert into the receptacle. There we go. Beautiful.
What? The blood doesn't work?
Maybe the phone broke when Gertzel fell?
Or maybe that ain't the egghead's phone, and he jacked it from some mark.
Gertzel isn't a slumdog. He wouldn't need to steal a phone. No offense. I guess the only explanation is Gertzel set the DNA code to someone else's blood.
Huh.
It could have been a safety precaution. We royals are always under threat of rival spies, agents, terrorists. As such, all of our devices can only be emergency unlocked with a DNA sample of a relative, generally stationed in another sky castle in the Stratoplex, or ideally, in another corporate city-state in another time zone.
Oh, frack. So, we gotta go on a global hub-hopping tour through every flying golden palace and Taj Mahal and supermodel and expensive drug-filled after party.
Wait, that
on
sounds
the planet?
awesome.
Wait, that sounds like a dope vacay, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just do that.
I mean, it's possible, but Gertzel isn't
just
connected
do
as
that.
he was since he left the Golem Project. We should probably just keep investigating here.
I'm all down for the Mile High Club and straight wrecking that royal party circuit. Come on, dog, come on.
Sorry, I gotta vote no.
Man, flack you guys.
I guess I should look around here for other blood samples besides Gertzel's. Is there any other blood anywhere? I didn't see anything. Oh wait, what about there? I guess. You got a sample of blood from the painting. I know there's the whole artists suffer for their art deal, and funding for the arts is not existent outside of big money speculation on Damien Hirsts and Van Goghs. But I never imagined artists would be too pauper poor to afford ink. I mean, what is this? A Jackson Pollock rendered through auto phlebotomy? Did I get the blood? I don't need any more of this blood.
What?
Maybe the phone.
Or,
Gertzel, I guess?
It could have been a safety precaution.
oh,
I mean, it's possible.
I'm all
Sorry.
What other blood is there besides the wall painting? No Sharky used the same blood again. Did I get a new blood vial or something? And oh, god damn it. I assumed there would be another thing. Oh, I assumed there would be another thing there. Alright, thank you. I'm dumb. Also, this game's UI is ancient. Alright. Alright. There we go. Alright, success. That means the blood on the wall was not Gertzel, which just ups the trippy conspiracy quotient of this murder case. Now I just need to figure out the passcode and we're into Gertzel's phone. I presume it's 13916? Wait, what? 139? Huh? Oh, no, hold on. 16? I'm hitting delete? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Good night, everyone. Good night, Gillyflower. Okay, man, the hit detection is really weird. I definitely thought I was hitting 9.
All right, we're in business.
Hell yeah. Garden of Forking Paths.exe. First, let's be a pervert and read her email. Welcome to your Hype Mail account. HypeTech is a trans-global technology company specializing in services including cybernetics, self-driving aero vehicles, thought outsourcing, and automated life management. Wow, this person really predicted the future. They made this game in 2017. This is so accurate. Hubser, our newest app designed for the tech-savvy despot, uses big data analyses of thousands of authoritarian regimes from Pol Pot's Cambodia to the Third Reich to late-stage United States plutocracy in conjunction with Leviatron, our leading-edge cloud-based H+ superintelligence. Hubsler automates the task of silencing political opposition through preemptive mass surveillance, using heuristic algorithms to target dissidents and disrupt underclass organizations through strategic media blackouts, robotic paramilitary strikes, and secret court trials. In the event of mass movement and imminent democracy, insertion of android agent provocateurs at non-violent rallies, character assassination of movement leaders, and/or extermination of the commoner population by antimatter bomb may be implemented as a last resort. Sick. I love American imperialism. Alright, what's this? This is a darkmail app, an encrypted pirate protocol of ad hoc networks designed to operate outside the scope of the broader internet. I have no idea what that means, but the CBD had a grey hat retainer that nerd-splained how drug dealers, dissidents, and spec op types and disgruntled libertarian programmers use it to keep their digital footprint to a minimum. Yes, and they also use it to buy and sell child pornography. The next shipment's ready. As always, send your people. and the location of the key. By key asset, they mean children. As I said, if you trace the supply chain, you'll find them. I even embedded a GPS tracker in the batch to make it easier for you. You better be right about this. We won't get another shot. I've been busted twice now, and I'm dealt down to my last hand here. I've solved the greatest mysteries of the universe and kicked time travel in my sleep. I am always right. You smug bastard. You know what my employers do to people who fail. It doesn't matter if you're the second coming of Jesus Christ himself. I expect as much. It was the Pharisees, the rulers who wanted the crucifixion. They killed a god, and they created a god who would wash away the sins of the world. You and your religious mumbo-jumbo. Holo camera? Looks like there are a few videos on this phone. These things usually need some space to project the 3D recording.
That's him! The creator himself!
August 7th, 2032. My birthday, I celebrate as always alone. Well, there is Borges, but he remains obsessed with his artwork. The apple doesn't fall far as it goes. Somewhere far off, my former employers, the rulers of Babylon, seek me out. With their fat-grown hellhounds, their 50 caliber thermo-seeking exterminators. Utter perversions of my life's
Utter perversions.
bastardizations of my children.
I love this voice actor.
They're corrupt and send my own progeny to kill me. The father of artificial consciousness. I invented the crux of the royalist power. My magnum opus. My beautiful thinking feeling race of chrome angels who might have brought about the age of Aquarius if they'd only been allowed to show us the way. Those nearsighted elites have corrupted them into mad, twisted inversions of Oedipus Rex, brainwashed into killing their father. How dare they? August 7th, 2032. My birthday, I celebrate as always alone. Well, there is Borges, but he remains obsessed with his artwork. The apple doesn't fall far. Somewhere far off, my form utter perversion. August 7th, 20. Those near.
Wait, what?
It's
Oh, there we go.
The Neofeud royalty. Those pretentious upstarts are intent on converting my Neo-Sapiens, what they call humanoid machines, into their personal servants and warriors. How I hate, how I abhor that term robot. Robota, Slavic for servitude, from Rabu, slave. It is some poetic injustice that I was like them. Yes, I was a slave to that inbred dynastic family lined with presidents, celebrities, chief executives, and other useless species of oxygen thief. The Clinton Bush family, obsessed only with control, no true vision, unable to see my masterpiece for what it was. I worked countless hours in their fulcrum laboratory on the hard problem, the secret to consciousness, our existence itself, the meaning of life, thinking naively that I would receive what? Some modicum of praise. Perhaps a seat at the King/CEO, Warren Clinton Bush's inaugural dinner. Perhaps a keynote speech at the G7 or Davos World Economic Forum. A raise? No. I was a robot. All along, I was a slave.
Wait, I thought you wait, what?
I asked for a place at the master's table.
I thought you invented robots.
Our competitors,
Or did he mean
attempting
that
corporate
metaphorically?
extraction of you. We're placing you in a safe zone for your own protection, King Warren said. I must give the Clinton Bushes this. They're masters of political doublespeak.
They did
could spin
definitely make
hell
him sound
into
like Alan
heaven
Watts.
as a campaign speech. It amazes me
I love
how
it.
they still have those spoiled morons in the Stratoplex. Useless, overpaid bureaucrats and executives shuttling from board meeting to banquet to party to aerial golf course in their luxury limousines, toasting champagne to each other for their great and free city-state, even as they enslave, murder, and pillage the millions below. Squander all potential. The hubris of it. Our human overlords surely took lessons well from the United States, who suffered its own plutocrat coup d'etat, brainwashed Americans into believing socialism was somehow evil incarnate, even as they enjoyed socialist healthcare, education, law enforcement.
God damn, this game is so fucking based. God, I fucking love this game. This is awesome. Where's my Sigma song?
Paved roads, all things the 99%, the poor lower bones, living in the coastlandia sprawl, no longer have, and curse their parents for failing to fight for. Democracy.
I just love how passionate it
Thinking dream.
is.
A Greek joke. At times, I hear the roar of the Zet fighters' engines, the thunder of the Goliath's Dorithium, their meters upon meters of Babylon's shed skin. The defectives, the second Holocaust of my children, their dead bodies rotting in this mountain of garbage in which I live.
Does he have a ponytail? I think he does.
My
The
crone
hologram
enemies,
of him.
corrupted by greed, mentally leashed, and turned into killing machines. I know they will find me. The Clinton Bushes, the Coke Jobs, whatever dynasty finds me first, they will surely put me into neurolock, strip me of my free will, cage my brain into a vat, and use it to invent new schemes of mass control. Use me like another disposable gadget, a robot, till the tumors set in and discarnation psychosis tears my mind apart. At least, they think they will. But I'll be damned if I ever serve a royal again.
I love listening to Alan. Yeah, this character is great. I hope we get more of him in the game because we can travel in time.
I don't know what to say.
So we can go back to yesterday
Noah Gertzel used to work for the Clinton Bushes.
before he
and
killed
yes,
himself.
My father, CEO King Warren, did hold Gertzel under house arrest against his will. That would explain Gertzel's pseudonym, Galileo.
Gertzel used the term slave.
Yes, that would be accurate, I guess. I protested the decision, though. I swear. In fact, I'm the one that helped Gertzel escape. I couldn't bear to see him locked up. I did everything I could.
Okay, I believe you. But it's obvious Gertzel had it in for the royals, especially your old man, King Warren.
I doubt my father would have Gertzel assassinated. A mind that valuable, he would likely neutralize Gertzel, surgically remove his brain, and have it neurolocked, with Gertzel inserted into a mental matrix prison. Or maybe have the brain
that's
put
so
in
much
cryo
better.
with the other assets.
That sounds worse.
My dad wouldn't kill
actually.
him. He
Yes,
just
it's
torture,
like a
remove
crime
his
against
brain and then
humanity
torture him from
against
beyond the
all
grave.
sentient beings. But as they say, royalty finds its own uses for things, and King Warren was the epitome of that. At any rate, there is one way we could save Dr. Gertzel.
No way. You're kidding, right? The brain's scrambled and several hours dead. All the King's nanotech, even Quantech, couldn't put that Humpty Dumpty together again.
No, not in this continuum.
What are you saying?
We have the superpositor, remember? It's a space-time craft. Operative word, time.
So, You saying we rewind this YouTube vid clip called Reality back to just before the big G get his head popped?
Yes. We time travel back and stop Gertzel's killers from doing the deed.
Okay, so let's bounce, bae. Jump in that Superfly ride, pull a John Connor on termination up in this bitch. While we in the timeline altering biz, maybe we go back and stop that cop from shooting that unarmed robo kid, Vatron Martin.
Vatron
Stop
Martin.
the robot riots of 32.
It's not quite that simple. The superpositor can only take us about 24 hours into the past. Also, it will only let us
R.I.P.
for a
Trayvon.
brief amount of time before the quantum string theoretical manifold. Oh, geez, I don't remember how it works. Point is, we'll get pulled back to the present. We can rewrite history to an extent, but we can't do a long-form blog post. We're limited to a tweet.
Tweet? So we can travel to the past for what, 140 seconds?
It's a little more than that, but not much. And it takes a gigantic amount of energy, which could alert the Coke Jobs dynasty, or my family, to our unilateral action and threaten the entire Egalite Cooperative.
Okay. So we need to know the exact time of Gertzel's assassination. Just going by my gut, I think our next move should be to pay a visit to Norton Shuffler. He was the one that put me on Protoje's case, and it sounded like some celestial powers were leaning on him hard to capture Bot Boy here. If the Coke Jobs Empire Corporation, whatever, is involved in this, we might be able to get details out of Shuffler.
Unless there's something else I want to check out, we should probably head out through the exit. Alright, let's go.
Alright, I think we've learned all we can here. Let's go. Do you guys hear that?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Jobs Age, Christ, what the hell is that thing?
Oh, damn, dog. That's some flacked up Franken freak shit. Like that alien mutant motherfucker from The Thing.
Guys, I'm a world leader and all, but I don't think it wants to negotiate a peace treaty with Earth. Let's get out of here.
Quick, Alf, turn him gay! Well, that was bizarre.
So, I think our next move should be to pay my old boss
Oh,
a
okay.
visit
Yeah, what the
down to
fuck was
Coastlandia
that?
capital.
The capital has regular 9 to 5 business hours, so it will be closed right now. But we can time hop to the future. Going to the past can be risky, tangling up your timelines or causing split ends. Like this one time when I went back and instigated a global revolution that ended World War III, and I had to go back further and change it.
What?
I mean, never mind. I'm joking. Time travel is crazy, am I right?
Anyway, so we're aiming for Coastlandia capital tomorrow morning. Got it. That's all for now, Your Highness. Sybil.
Alright, let's just travel to the location. I'm gonna go to... I'm gonna go to the capital, right? Fuck yeah!
Yes, Yes, we've already rezoned and begun gentrification of portions of Low City for the Stratoplexians who want a taste of authentic Earth slum culture. Rust, shanties, the post-apocalyptic thing, except in a
Very
high-security,
hipster,
controlled
very
environment,
drip.
with luxury hotels, 4-star restaurants, artisan robot maker spaces.
Excellent. How did the clearing of the 10 cities and indigents go?
We had to bulldoze a bunch of makeshift structures and relocate the low city
Isn't
dwellers
that
to the landfill.
wrong?
which was
Isn't that
unfortunate.
immoral?
There were some holdouts in a robot protest that CPD took down with non-lethal EMP cannons. After that, we were able to squash any low city resistance with
This is
media
very,
blackouts
like,
of their
as
rallies
president of
and
the
agent
bank
provocateurs
dialogue.
to legitimize violent crackdowns. They were mostly defective robo-trash and frakin' freaks anyways. No one connected was hurt or killed.
Good. Frankly, I don't think that hype tech should be taxed to pay for housing, nutrition, and medical care of these defective sentient experiments. Even if we did create them, they're all hopeless welfare queens, drug dealers, and
Welfare
criminals leeching
queens.
off our profit margins. Survival of the fittest.
I understand, and we all wish we could just wave a magic wand and make the tens of millions of Dickinston slum sprawlers disappear. We've rigged the Gortzel Takeda machines to falsely classify 60% of sentient individuals as subhuman
Oh
to
my
reduce
god.
payouts. But the auditors and social justice hounds are getting suspicious.
That is not good enough. I dumped millions into your campaign chest, Mayor Laura. Why can't you make this happen?
We've already cut Section 9 welfare and healthcare benefits to the bare minimum. If we push any further, the outcry from the sentient rights activists and the high city liberals alone, it would be a PR nightmare.
Man,
that
this really
damn
is
sucker,
Detroit Become
bleeding hot
Human,
Princess Sybil
but,
and her
like,
ilk.
actually
Our
good.
anti-sentient rights super PACs have enough politicians in our pocket to overturn personhood for subhumans like these deadbeat robots and chimeras.
Shuffler!
Yeah!
Wow, buddy!
Baby!
This corner office is like SkyMo had a baby with sharper image. I bet my yearly salary would barely cover that chair you're sitting on.
Shuffler!
Damn, dog. This
Shuff
Mile High Club
Daddy!
is dope as flat. You straight
What's
ballin'
happening?
up in this biatch.
Carl, how the hell? How the hell did you get in here?
Oh my. Norton, what are these plebeians doing here?
I didn't realize you were letting these low-born riffraff...
The
into
hoi
the ballroom.
polloi.
How charitable.
Carl, you stupid son of a bitch. I've been trying to get a hold of you for the last 12 hours.
Oh, sorry. I've been shot at, choked by
Shuffler.
a transhuman super soldier, and almost died a dozen other ways on this job. So I decided to call in sick, collect some workers' comp, Plus,
I love
it
my
made me play
character.
accomplice to
I'm such a
kidnapping slash
badass.
murder. So I
I'm
decided
so
to burn
cool
some of my
right
vacation
now.
time too.
What? You don't have vacation time. You don't have sick leave or benefits, and I don't care if the Silica's product acquisition gave you a heart attack. I own your ass. You are a Dickinston worker. I can have you work 20 hours a day with a broken leg and you will like it. It's in your contract. Because, like I said, there are literally thousands upon thousands of overqualified slum dwellers like yourself, just begging for a job, even one as shit as yours. You are my peon. Don't you get it?
That was a great pitch. I mean, having to work with a broken leg and that being a replaceable worthless cog bit, that was a nice deal sweetener. But I think I have a better deal.
I feel like that's funnier, but I kind of think like this might be weirder.
How about you tell me everything you know about the coke job schemes, or I have you fired? How's that sound?
Jobs H. Flacking Christ, have you been snorting mithium down there? With
All
your
night
ghetto bot
long,
friends?
baby. I
You
love
not
the
hear a word
Mythium.
I said?
This is so awkward. I think I should just have you meet my new boss. Okay, Sybil, come on in.
I don't have time for this dramatic Jerry Maguire bullshit, Carbon. I'm having lunch with the mayor of Coastlandia and the CEO of Hype Tech here, so I'm giving you 30 seconds to... Oh! Sybil Clinton Bush. What a pleasant surprise.
Oh my god.
Impossible.
Laura
Your
Bush.
Highness, we are most humbled by your presence.
Oh my god, Ivanka Trump.
That's right, asshole. Bow before your betters. Who's got the clout market corner now?
Get up, Mr. Scheffler. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. And please, just Sybil. We're all friends here.
Of course, Your Highness. Sybil.
Unfortunately, I'll have to request that you postpone your agenda with the mayor and the Hype Tech CEO.
Well, it's a very important meeting involving a very progressive, sentient rights respecting education initiative.
Yes, I was just laying out Coastlandia City's plans to redouble efforts into the robot homeless rehousing project.
In truth, we were just discussing your outstanding philanthropic work. In fact, I was about to write a $500 million check for your Sunshine Apartments mixed species community project.
Yes, I know all about these education initiative scams to sell 1 billion Hype Tech gadgets to underfunded schools who can't use them.
Oh, well,
And this robot rehousing is just a cover project to launder money for the development of a massive resort and luxury real estate gentrification of Dickinston.
Take that, evil business executives. And also
And
evil
Nolan,
lady
really?
mayor.
As cute as it is, you offering me money, we all know that when I need cash, I can have my central bank print it.
Oh, well.
Yeah, she don't need no man.
I'm sure the
'Cause
meeting
she controls
attendees
the
will
central
understand the
bank.
rescheduling. Mayor Laura being my cousin, and the Hype Tech CEO being my ex-boyfriend. Nolan's always hollow-texting me to get my daddy to throw more billions at his interstellar spaceship company.
Oh, Your Majesty, this is most... Of course. Laura, Nolan, my deepest apologies, but it looks like we'll need to reschedule.
Oh, thank you so much. You're such a good sport. And let me just personally commend you all on the important hard work you do here at Coastlandia Sentient Services. Without your vital leadership, we would have so many of our non-human brothers and sisters falling through the cracks of homelessness, food insecurity, drug abuse, and turning to lives of crime. You give hope to us all.
Oh, well, yes. I'm just doing my job, Princess.
Of course. Now on to business.
Sybil, sweetheart, if I could just pull you aside for a second. Our Condor 10 rocket is fully operational and the Jovian mission is a go.
Wait, is he meant to
If I
be
could
Elon?
just get a cash infusion from...
No, Nolan. For the last time, I'm not getting your interstellar thing greenlit. Now please leave.
I mean,
unless
his
you want
name
your
Nolan is just
interplanetary
Elon in
contracts
reverse
canceled.
with an N in front of it.
Right. So sorry, Sybil. I'll be going now.
Cousin, if I could just get a quick selfie with you and maybe an endorsement? Election's coming up and all.
Not now, Laura. I'll see you at the lunar wedding, okay? I hear they're reincarnating David Bowie and Michael Jackson for
Whoa, Bowie and
Okay.
MJ?
I'll see you there, cuz. Oh, Jobs, I could have used her backing. I really need the progressive liberal vote.
What's happening? Oh, okay. I can interact now? Because I was like, why is this music playing? Well, that was a hell of a scene. That was bizarre. The stare down. Yeah, I was like, am I waiting for something to happen? I thought the cutscene was still playing. All right, I think that might be a good place to stop for today, though. Also, just because I've been streaming for like 5 hours, I'm getting kind of tired. I will just save. And then I'll find someone to raid, and we'll end stream, because I'm kinda exhausted. But I will stream tomorrow, so we can hang out more then. That was great. Yeah, I've really been I'm gonna play this game all the way through. I've really been enjoying it. It's super interesting. The writing is very weird and messy, but in a fun way. So I've really been enjoying it. All right. Let me find someone to raid. Please get this mod badge off my back until it's needed again. Hold on. Oh wait, how do I unmod someone? Is it just unmod? Oh yeah, it is just unmod. Alright. Okay, there we go. Alright, let me find someone to raid. Who's live? Let's raid Elvish. Katie, Sophia, Sunday Morning, Jogo, Teo, Gillyflower, Guybrush Woodbark, Idiosyncratic, Joe, a tiger? That's a fun name. Misery Fell, Mighty Messy, Nolan. Hey, Guybrush, thank you.
Thanks again, Sean.
No problem, man. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Stingy Mark, Seattle 1, Stubble Boy, Pseudo Cthulhu, Teo, everybody else, thank you so much for hanging out. But yeah, thank you for the sub, man. I'm glad you enjoy the stream. Anyway, yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow, and then also the day after is my next stream with Olivia, so I'll be streaming more then. Anyway. See you soon, everybody. Good night, everyone. Love you all, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.